My name's Amy Birchall and I'm the editor of The Riot Act. The Riot Act is one of Canberra's top news and opinion websites. We get hundreds of thousands of visitors every month. I think it's really cool how it's kind of evolved organically and it's quite authentic. I like that there's been a couple of creative people with a vision that Lonsdale Street could be so much more than what it used to be, and they've been able to pull it off. It's the first kind of place in Canberra that started to feel a bit I guess a bit like Melbourne or a bit like Sydney, like taking those good sort of, here are some really great places to eat and here are some like cool little individual shops that you're not going to find in the Canberra centre. It's got this sort of really cool vibe that I think is very attractive for Canberrans who are used to, the alternative that we have in this area is the city, and my concern is that it's just turning into a giant sort of sterile, soulless mall. And Brighton is kind of the opposite of that. It's their antidote. When I think people criticise Brighton and the new buildings going up so quickly, tearing the old ones down, getting rid of a lot of that sort of heritage, historical value, I think on one hand, yes, you have to tear down the old to make way for the new, but a lot of the new stuff that's going up is actually really interesting. I think there are ways of acknowledging what Brighton used to be in newer buildings as well. My favourite restaurant in Brighton is the Elk and Pea. It's been around for a while now, but they just do really good, generous servings of food, and I love that. My favourite cafe isn't a cafe, it's Fruji, the ice cream shop. They make all of their ice cream at home in this massive commercial kitchen under their house. They make all their flavourings from scratch, all their essences from scratch. Who needs to drink coffee when you can eat ice cream like that? My favourite shop is Moxham and Whitney, the florist. I think they do flowers unlike anybody else in Canberra, and they've got a really interesting sort of flair and personality, which is awesome.